guys, how are we all today? We are doing a reaction video to the BFME Reforged gameplay trailer. I got permission from the mod team themselves, or game team, to actually do this, even though they said I didn't have to, but I thought it would be fair. Now look, we've got this amazing menu, but I believe, like, before I talk about all this, everything is subject to change. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a temporary menu. We'll play it again. So you got the ring there, hanging there, looking all majestic in 4K beauty. And they've revamped the menu by the looks of things, and I'm very excited. And they're also making actual online servers, I believe, so I think we won't have to use Game Ranger anymore, which is really good because using Game Ranger is a pain in the ass. Now, look here, we've got a nice revamped menu with 4K resolution, which is going to be very fun for me in the future. And no more 30 frame rate, 30 FPS restrictions anymore. Which brings up an interesting point. Due to Unreal Engine being the engine that this game will run off, modding will have a whole new perspective and be a lot better, because using, I believe it's the Sage engine, is about 15 years old and it is absolute shit to use. So BFME Reforged will actually alter the whole modding community. It depends if they're willing to adjust to the change, or you know, they might want to stick with Rise of the Lich King. That's completely down to them. Now we have complete new settings and new gameplay. Now, this isn't a direct remake from what I've been told. It's not gonna just be, say, BFME 1 recreated. I asked them a while ago, and I don't know if this has been changed or the idea's been changed. They will be able to correct me. The campaign will be styled like Battle for Middle-earth 1. So similar sort of style, but not the same campaign. And I think they're aiming for the multiplayer to be similar to BFME 2. So kind of merging the two together. Which is, in my opinion, excellent, because I played BFME 1 originally, and BFME 2 slowly after, and so I started playing BFME in 04. And yes, I enjoyed them thoroughly, but I actually prefer the BFME 1 building style to the BFME 2 style, for reasons I've probably mentioned in previous videos. But anyway, I'm not going to drone on about that, because I could talk about that for 20 minutes. Now, this, even what they've done now, looks amazing, and I am so excited. But I think I need to say that this is a community project. They're not getting paid. It's all die-hard fans that love Battle for Middle-earth and wanted to make something amazing. So I believe people need to be patient. Like, I've had questions about it saying, oh, well, I don't like the heroes that they've presented in the mod, or like, I want them to do this and that. I'm like, you gotta understand that this is in very early development and everything's subject to change. Alright, now we're moving on to actual gameplay. See, Theoric Pit here, you see it's very similar to what we already have, just fixed up and looks 10 times better. I believe the heroes won't be coming from the pit. I think they will be moved to a citadel or a fortress. But for now, just for the sake of this video, I believe they did this. And of course we see Wormtongue. And look at that smooth gameplay, like, just so much better. And it looks like, if you look at the Age of Empires 2 definitive editions, or like all of them in general, they were very popular and revolutionized the community again and brought everyone back together. I'm actually hoping this is what BFME Reforged does, because I've seen like massive gaps in the community, like between the mods. Like, there's debates between mods, or mod teams may not get along, or there's a bit of competitiveness to it. But if this is one singular game that obviously might be modded in future anyway, it can kind of bring everyone together. But now, let's talk more about the gameplay. We see the Berserker here running around, and we've got the new view, and it looks amazing. Like, just the fact you can zoom in and look at those flowers, the detail is amazing. And you got to consider that this isn't complete at all. Like, this still is going to improve, and everything is subject to change. From what it looks like, based off this, the build style might be more similar to BFME 2, but as I know, I can't really comment on that because I haven't 100% followed what they've got planned, but what they have showed is amazing. Like, I cannot stress enough how good it looks. Now, does 4K graphics make a good game? No, not necessarily. Like, oh, we've got a warg pit there. Not necessarily, no, but it does change BFME a lot. And we have seen this new era of remastered games. And they're very popular, and they do bring communities together, and they do change the feel of a game. Like, for example, with Age of Empires 2 Definitive, they somehow remade the whole game, make it feel like a new game, but kept that classic RTS feel to it, which I thought was bloody amazing. And I'll tell you, like, as soon as this game is released, which I don't think there is a set date, and I don't blame them, like, as I said, they're working for free, so I think it's unfair to... I won't put much criticism here, because I'm not going to criticize a game that is in very early days. Like, I had someone criticizing Reforged in my server, and I sort of said, look, it's a bit unfair to criticize something that's not complete. Like, that's just my 2 cents on that, but there we go, we got a nice furnace, I think they're called, there, and it looks amazing. Like, they've kept the models pretty much and just made them look so much better. Like, and I wouldn't be opposed to changing the models or making things look different, but, you know, like, they can go so many ways with this, and the potential for modding and the potential for BFME is just, like, it's feeling like it could be unlimited. And you gotta remember, this game came out in 04. Which means it's a bloody old game, so the old engine is very dysfunctional. So the fact that a team of people got together and went, look, we're going to recreate Battle for Middle-earth in 4K graphics and pretty much make an entire new game. Like, this isn't just a remake, this is a new game. Which is a whole other level of amazing. Like, even if they say took BFME 1 and just remastered it, that would be a whole thing on its own. Which kind of got done with the HD edition, but even that was not much better, because they were still running on Sage engine. Like, just that. Like, and even, like, say after its release, it could be the BFME 1 or BFME 2 campaign could be remastered into it as a sub-mod. Which I am drooling about, thinking about it, but that's another whole kettle of fish. Now, if you look here, we got pikemen, swordsmen, and this is obviously the Isengard showcase, which is the main faction they've been working on first, and we now have functioning gameplay, which is really good. But some people said, oh, they've only done one faction, and I'm like, look, let them take their time. If it takes 3 years, I don't give a damn. It's called patience. When a mod team or a game team are working for free and it's completely on their own terms, they have a right to take their time, and rushing this out wouldn't be a good thing in my opinion, because if you rush it, you're more prone to issues. So the fact that they're taking their time is brilliant in my opinion. So what else can we cover here? Well, we've got the furnace, which has obviously a whole new model, but has kept the same sort of animation and just cleaned it up a little bit, which is excellent in its own right. I do enjoy the little circles and health bars. They've been changed up a little bit, and look at those Urukai. They look menacing. Like, Jesus damn Christ. And hopefully, I'm hoping to actually make this 4K when I edit it. But, yeah, that's going to be a whole other thing. So, alright, we've got a bit more units here. We've got pikemen, crossbowmen, swordsmen, and a berserker. And it looks like the formations are a little different, but as I said, a lot of things are subject to change. And they all move, like, in their own sort of way. Like, they don't sort of move exactly the same, which is another sign of age in a game. So, I think we're a fair way part through the video, but we'll keep talking. And doing videos like this is actually a big plan for me in the future, because it actually gives me the potential to talk a bit more and not have to think about playing the actual game. But I don't want to go off topic too much, but I have to say the warg layers and the troll layers look awesome. And the fact that I believe they weren't meant to have gameplay out by this point. It was actually released earlier than what was originally thought, which is just, like, tops to you guys. You've done really well. And when I post this video on my server, I don't want anyone bringing up stolen content, because it pisses me off. Because I've had people go, oh, well, wouldn't EA shut it down or something? And I'm like, look, they're not even making a profit off it, for one. And two, I don't think EA have owned Battlefield Middle-earth since 2008. 7? I don't know. I looked it up a while ago for a point I was making. But anyway, here we go. So the grass, as you noticed as well, just the nature around, has sort of a flow, more of a flow to it, and more a realism feel, instead of that real sort of blocky averageness. Like, I'm pretty sure they're planning to make it that the grass and that interacts with the units. So, like, when they run through it, you see the grass flowing and things like that. So just little things like that is what actually can alter a whole feel to a game, which is amazing within itself. And honestly, if you told me in, say, 2006 that Battlefield Middle-earth was going to get a, like, HD 4K recreation, I would have told you, like, I would have laughed. So we've got some builders here, and you can see the individual tools, and they look like proper work. Like, they look so much better, which I could say for just about everything. Like, look at the detail, and people wonder why this is taking a while. Like, look at how much effort they're putting into this. So yeah, there you go. The free build, well, we see a fortress icon there in the corner, but the free build seems to be the way they're heading. But they could potentially, ooh, that has a very nice flow to it, and that crumble animation's quite amazing. So they could, like, take Age of the Ring, for example. They have fortress maps which take the BFME 1 build. Ooh, is that a cave troll? Cool. So, like, and honestly, with how good this project is going, I would not be fussed with either styles. Obviously, I would prefer, say, a BFME 1 style, but can't have everything you want. And I guarantee once this project's released, the mod community will jump on it. And I'd love to see, like, a remastered BFME 1 campaign. BFME 2 can get fucked, I couldn't care less. That got remastered in Age of the Ring, so I think that's already been done. But it could be done again, like, who knows. So, Isengard get cave trolls, I'm guessing? But, as I said, it's subject to change, so we can't really say for sure. And I have to announce, thank you all for letting me do this. Because, I was actually expecting a hard no, but I'd seen other people do it. And even though I technically didn't have to ask, I think it's completely fair to ask, because you are taking content that other people have made. And here we go, we got this, sort of third-person view of the Berserker, which is, like, you can zoom in normal BFME, but it's not like this. Nothing like this. And, God, I'm so happy to see units hopefully not bugging out. Like, units in BFME are quite derpy. You'll tell them to do something, and they'll spin around circles and do all sorts of stupid shit. But, wow, look at the helmet. That's another kettle of fish again. But, anyway, yeah, I digress. Like, as I said, like, this project in general is very exciting, and I think if people are patient, give correct feedback, and not be overly critical, things will get done. Like, of course criticism is helpful, but why criticize something that's nowhere near complete? But I'm not going to make too many, like, I'm not trying to talk on behalf of them. This is just my reaction and what I've viewed and what I've seen and what I've been told. So, if I get some things wrong, I don't mean it in a bad way. Like, I'm happy to be corrected. Like in my videos with Blue Wizard mod, I've worked alongside, or sort of worked alongside with the mod leader to find bugs in the game while I've been playing. So I think that's good when mod developers and content creators actually work alongside each other, because it's a good way to find bugs and actually get constructive feedback. Depending on the content creator, of course. Ooh, we got a chopped down tree there. Yes, I know I've been a bit more serious this video. Normally I joke around, swear a bit and stuff, but I'm trying to stay on topic and be quite serious instead of my normal style. But we're watching the Berserker here run around, and as you can see, like, it's smooth, he interacts with nature a bit more, and this is only going to get better. I can't see it getting worse. And I believe, I don't think grass is affected when they walk through it yet, but it will be. I definitely remember that being a thing. Look at the wargs. So you can tell the warg textures are not quite complete, but they're complete to an extent that I'm, like, happy to show off. Anyway, this is BFME Reforged. It's a great game looking. Look at that army. Looks fucking amazing. I'm very excited, and if there's more gameplay done in future, I will continue to do stuff like this. I also post BFME news in my Discord server, not just on BFME Reforged, like other versions of BFME as well. So, what do you all think? Did you enjoy the video? I think this is definitely going to be fun. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, and have a nice night.